Hello, everyone. This is Christopher Manti, here to introduce you to my friend and colleague and brother in the Lord, most of all, Christopher Anderson, who's a minister out in Ohio. And I just wanted to introduce you face to face, give him an opportunity to let you know what he's all about and this offer that the Lord put on his heart. Mr. Anderson, welcome, sir. Thank you for doing this. So tell the folks, what have you written? What have you done and why?
The book is called Awake and Arise, and the book is a two-part book. The first part is about the need for the church to awaken to the reality of sin within the walls of the congregation. Okay, that thing incorporates doctrines of demons, if you will, the various false doctrines and false gospels that are being spread to the body of Christ. Things like the prosperity gospel, like hyper-grace theology, and the most deadly of all, universalism. Specifically within the church, universal reconciliation, which declares that everybody, regardless of their personal acceptance of the gospel of Jesus Christ, will eventually make it to heaven. That doctrine is so deadly because it looks at sin without any consequences in the eternal reality of things. So basically, the issues that we deal with in our families or at our jobs or in the world are a result of sin or the consequences of sin, rather, instead of eternity in hell, which is the eternal consequence of sin. So it takes the gospel of Jesus Christ and the necessity of each person individually accepting the gospel and makes it completely irrelevant, completely mute. And this doctrine is being spread throughout the church at an alarming rate. And my book, the first part, Awaken, is exposing this. The sins within the church, things that we're praying for, but we're not acting on. I really advocate in the first part of the book of becoming the answer to our prayers. So instead of praying something and doing nothing about it, which is an evidence of lack of faith, we actually pray, and I encourage the readers to become the answer to their prayers, to do what they're praying for. If they're looking for change in the political arena, begin to act in that. Vote for people that will be the change you're looking for. Run for office yourself if you need to. Whatever it may look like. That we need to take responsibility for these things instead of placing responsibility on other people. The second part of the book, and I believe is the most important to the prophetic place we're living right now, is to arise. And that is arising to a reality of a revival of repentance and a revival of holiness. And upon the foundation of repentance and holiness, we place the mantle of Messiah on ourselves and begin walking literally in the ministry and the works of Jesus himself. See, in the book, of course, is not speculation only. I don't just write about it as a theoretical reality, but I write on it as a practical way of life for all Christians. Not only is it a way of life that I'm living and those that I work with are living in, but it's a reality that Christ walked in, where we walk in healing, we walk in deliverance, we walk in the supernatural things of God. But it takes a revival of repentance and a revival of holiness to begin to take the mantle of Messiah and see the works of Messiah in our individual lives. With the election of Donald Trump, I wrote about in the book specifically the rising of the sons of the Samuels and the replacing of the sons of Eli in the church. That sons of Eli being the sinful leadership of the church, and the Samuels of today being those who are walking already in the mantle of Messiah to begin teaching other people to do the same. And with the election of Donald Trump, there was a shift in the supernatural, a shift in the atmosphere where we saw, even you see it now playing out on TV, you see that shift, you see that spiritual warfare beginning to reflect in the natural. You see the Antichrist spirit, this universal spirit, this all-inclusive idea of religion coming against the very exclusive teachings of Christianity, the very exclusive way to God through Jesus Christ. We're seeing the traditional values, the Judeo-Christian value system being assaulted daily, and but that has to happen for this revival of repentance and holiness to take place. And I believe we're living in an era and a time. I believe this year specifically is going to be a year of great prophetic birthings, of great things happening in the supernatural for the church. The things we've been praying for, the things we've been fasting for, the things we've been seeking are being birthed even now at this moment in history. And we live on, I believe, a precipice. We're at that point where we either choose to walk in revival and holiness and choose to walk in the mantle of Messiah, or we choose to continue on the way of destruction, the way that seems right to a man, is what we read in the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. It declares that a way of a man that seems right to him, but in the end leads to destruction. And that's exactly what the church has been doing for the past decades, is walking in a way that seems right to ourselves, in a seeker-friendly environment. And those are the things that have led to the sin that has to be exposed. You see, exposure is paramount to walking in revival. And if we can expose sin within the four walls of the churches, then we cannot experience the revival that God has promised. And see, what I believe is as a result of everything I'm talking about that I'm writing in the book, is you see the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3, about the apostate church being birthed from absolutely what's happening now in the spirit. You're seeing a line drawn in the sand in the supernatural and the prophetic reality. Who are you going to serve? Are you going to serve Christ, or are you going to serve the world? And we're seeing that line in the sand being drawn. And the message of Awake and Arise, the message that God has placed on my heart to go and teach to the churches and to minister to the churches, is who are you going to serve? Choose this day who you serve. But for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And that is the message that God has placed on my heart to bring to the churches in this season that we're living in right now. And what I'm doing is, for any church leader, any pastor, any youth pastor, anybody that has any type of church event that you would like me to come speak at, I'm offering this book at a 50% discount. Just pay 50% of the cost, which is $6. And this is a $12 book. It's $6. And then, of course, the shipping fees. You just send me an email. Go to my website. It's bootcampministries.org. You can go to the tab that is Reformation, and I'll talk a little bit more about what I'm discussing here right now. And at the end of that, you can click on the link that will take you to our website. You send me an email. Let me know your name. Let me know that you're interested, in having me come speak, and you're interested in the 50% discount for the book. Now, let me know you heard it right here on Wings of the Eagle, so I can know that this 50% offer is going to be given to you exclusively for watching this broadcast. And I will get that to you. We'll coordinate everything. I'll get the book to you, and you have time to read it. And if the Holy Spirit really leads you to actually sending me an invite to come and speak at your event or at your church about the importance and the need of the hour, which is repentance and holiness, then I would love to. Also, on that same page, you'll see a link that goes to our YouTube channel. You can check out different teachings. Our program we had recently called the Shabbat War Room, we have different teachings on there. I talk about revival quite often in those teachings, and repentance, and things that we need to begin to do again in the church, things that we have lost because of the different doctrines that are being perpetuated in the church. Getting back to that, getting back to holiness, getting back to repentance. Those are keys.
No doubt. No doubt. And this is what we want to reflect as Wings of the Eagle, to put it out there for leaders to react to act on. And Mr. Anderson, Christopher is my name as well. I don't want to confuse anyone. He's putting himself out there to help your local congregation. So if this is speaking to you at all, if the Lord is witnessing to your heart at all, again, all the information that Chris just said is up in the email above. Links are already there. Just go ahead and click it. Request, send him an email. Talk to him. He's just obviously a normal brother in the Lord here, just trying to help out and do what the Lord would have him do. And that's the point of all this. So just reach out to him. He will get the book to you. He will come to you if you want. And we'll see where this goes. Again, just wanted to introduce you folks to Mr. Anderson here, and to obviously invite you, whether it be Wings of the Eagle or Resist the Beast site that we have, and so forth, to let's make this year a year of action, and maybe let's start it this way. And Chris, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time here. And again, to the folks, anyone at all, reach out to Chris personally about this or anything else. He'll be happy to discuss with you and minister to you and with you. And we do this all for Jesus, of course. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.